Okay, there we go. Yeah, man. Sorry about the mic problem a while ago. All right. So this episode, right, we're going to talk about the corruption in the political sphere. You understand? All right. Watch you know. So, an ex-politician who goes by the name Andre Arton. You understand? Yeah, man. A little young politician who, you know what I mean, seemed like he came into the political sphere to do the right thing. You know what I mean? Normal ghetto youth like the rest of we. You know what I mean? Thinking that, alright, we want better for the ghetto, you know, and for poor people in Jamaica, you know. So the best way to do it is through politics. Now, in this interview, I'm going to tell you what are the challenges that he faced, you know what I mean, while trying to do the right thing. You understand? And how other politicians, and predominantly the majority of them, give him a fight whenever I'm trying to, you know what I mean, bring to the forefront things that would benefit the Jamaican people. It's like whenever you try bring something that is helpful to Jamaican people, is like them, you know what I mean, them knock it down, you know what I mean, and everybody in the political sphere is like them have that one consensus according to him, like everybody have the understanding there, but it's like him was the only one who didn't, you know what I mean, get the memo. So this one man came to do the right thing, only to find out that this is not the atmosphere that you come to help poor people, basically. You understand? So we're going to play a little bit of the interview, and, you know what I mean, we're going to touch upon a couple of the points them. You see what I say? It's a very interesting interview because now you get an inside perspective on what really takes place in the political atmosphere, because many of us go to the polling station to vote for the better choice, but according to this ex-politician, none of them no mean nobody no good, because him try do it from the inside and realize nobody was interested in helping the poor people of Jamaica. That was just not their priority. They didn't care about that. All they care about was to, you know what I mean, to fulfill the interest of the people that are financing them. You understand? So this man I go into detail. I get to you like me and you know what I mean? So him have the right, what I call it now, point of view when it come to our people. You understand? So I go play the interview. You know what I mean? I'm going to hear for myself. You see?
Yeah, reality sound. And I really want to overstand to the fullness now. It's like you have a two-tier party structure, right, in the country. And I will know, say, I'm going to put it now, the government has not been the best at carrying out the right policies, benefiting the people to the ultimate. Or you feel like the two-tier party structure really impact the people them for the most part? Because it's like, we've been with these two parties for the most part.
Two parties, but at the same sad bang them are playing.
Yeah, I not really grasp the concept, because I see it, but I not grasp the concept what them are
come with. I'll show you one simple thing. Around about March, when Peter Phillips, who was the leader of the PNP, said that they wanted to reduce GCT by 2%. They said that because they said they heard JLP was going to reduce GCT, so they want, and it's PNP policy to reduce GCT. When I did my calculations, I realized at the time that it wasn't the best thing to do to reduce GCT. It better if we really wanted to give back tax, we should do it from a productive side, which is the gas tax, because Jamaica has always faced productive problems. So the consumption challenge with GCT is that the multiplier effect of a consumption tax is not as great as the multiplier effect of a production tax. So if you reduce oil price, gas prices, you reduce transportation, reduce production of food, reduce the cost to the hairdresser, you reduce the cost to the barber, you reduce the cost to the bank because they pay light bill, everybody pay light bill, you reduce them costs. So once you reduce them costs, you reduce what they want to charge for their product. If not this time, next time. Two-party, brother, agree, because there comes benefit to them. Because people who are whispering at them ears, I say that. You understand what I mean? People who them depend upon, I tell them, say, yo, this we want to make our thing better. And if we can get this done, and we can get a bigger piece of food next time from we. while the average man and the small business who go benefit from a fall in a gas tax can't get them ears to tell them. So the two of them team up and say, all right, we definitely go cut GCT because the money more import big bulk, go make a big savings, and at them you depend on. You understand what I say, teacher? So the idea is that the government, I don't know what. It's a wicked thing. Yeah, man, it's a wicked thing, man. It's a wicked thing.
You brought up this import thing. Why is import tax so high in Jamaica?
Let me start with a motor vehicle. So a motor vehicle, the import tax about 60%, 70%, sometimes 100%. I am always an advocate for free or sort of free trade. The only time I believe in duties is when you have to protect infant industries. So if you have an infant industry that you think can grow and become competitive comparatively, because you have to have comparative advantage, it makes no sense for you to sell a goods that somebody else can produce cheaper to you. Our duties are high because of policies coming from ill-informed government approach to economic development. So a lot of our tariffs, a lot of our import restrictions, because, let me explain it to you. If you misinterpret economics, you will tend to believe that the high importation is because of the low cost of what we're importing. You now would then impose a tariff that makes the cost of the good higher, so people will now import less. You following? So even though Jamaica cannot make cars, Jamaica want people to import less cars, so they have a high tariff on cars. You following?
No, I hear what you're saying, but
yeah, man, when you press the like button, you see what I say? Share this link because this is groundbreaking information right now. It's an ex-politician basically I tell you how the inside work, how they make decisions, and this has nothing to do with the benefit of poor people, you see?
No part of politics, no rational, because politics always trump economics in terms of decision making. So as an economist, you'd always want economics to win, because the Asians have done it. America, as simple as you see America, they make economics winning. As simple as you see Trump in a youth. Trump take back America business them where China did have. Polo and something where you used to sue at China and something. Trump bring them back America, come give back jobs to American people, you know. As simple and fool as I hear Trump people are talk about Trump, oh, in this, in that, in immigration policy, them, some of them don't make no sense, yes. But when you look at industries and how we try to protect them to give back America a share, you understand what I mean? Would have come like Trump is a pan-Americanist.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, but really and truly still any white supremacist really and truly is a Pan-American.
Pan-American
really.
is true.
You know, understand what I say, Paul? So you can't really have up the people them fear defend for them set of people. Because in truth and in fact, I saw the world used to run. You have our set of people and then you say, all right, black people them there. And this is what they specialize in. And if we want this, we go check them. So we want gold, we want spirituality, we want healing, we want this, we go check them. These are the Chinese people. This is what they specialize in. I notice up to today, the Chinese people still keep anything to a level. They know about mix up. We mix up through force. You understand what I say? So we get force in a mix up, which is a natural order on the earth, because if you have plants and them exist in a same sphere, breeze will blow up on them, pollen from one type of plant to the next, you go create additional species. You understand what I mean? So species, you know, static is like species ever evolving. So black people evolve, white people evolve, everybody evolve. But at the same time, you have to look out for the national sovereignty of your people. So while America look out for them one another, we now look out for them. We now look out for one another.
Reality, man.
You following? So the whole reset. So Marcus Garvey, he made a valiant attempt. Marcus Garvey made in terms of organizing and centralizing a nation of people. The Black Wall Street made a valiant attempt. But you realize anytime that our people in a collective group, wherever we are, try to create wealth, we get sabotaged. So it look like our wealth don't really come in a material.
I love how you bring that to light too, because a question that come right after that now is like, I feel like due to all of them things that will take place, the whole dismantling of the UNIA when it comes to the organization and centralizing the black people, the Black Wall Street, a whole part of different movement where we see spawn up in the past. Do you feel like there's a fear, some form of fear in I people for really come together collectively, and how we really get the average man to understand the importance of economics?
Rude boy, me show you a thing. See? I thought first economics was the way. See? Like the ultimate way, the absolute way. Which it is because everything exists within the economy. But studying it and practicing it alone was never enough. So I decided to join politics because I realized that many times I had policies I needed to implement. It had to go through the politician in order for it to be implemented. And because I wasn't their biggest financier, my views, though applauded for its novelty, has never been the views to be implemented because my views has never been the views of the funder or the views that brings resources to the funder. There are views that kind of want to decentralize wealth, so to speak. So my views are views that are going to lead to higher income for certain set of people who, for example, they want to maintain in a particular level, so them not really put. So, me join politics. Brother, when I go in I think I be a sabotage my face for enough people will come and say them will help me out. Cause me know me fool. So me caught up in this, so we go try save Jamaica thing and we have to come together, youth, and you sister, we in a great crisis and we need to start here and this is how we need to do and lay out one heap of blueprint of planning, brother. I saw me a plan, I say people them tear up my plan them dash away. Have their own agenda. You understand what I say? So people come around and they want to manage a campaign. They might break down a campaign to make them look good, to make you look bad, to say, yo. See if you understand what I say, yo. So you try to put a thing together, you know. See, first of all, you know, and try to make yourself look more important than I want, you know. Because you know so everybody valuable. See, so you're on a team, though you are the captain, though you are a coach, you're not more valuable than the forward. You're worse than a valuable than the keeper. Take him out and see. You can't take him out. So you know, as the more mature one, you know, I try to put everyone in a placement position for function. But them I look on becoming the captain. So them now gone back to the manager of the team. Yo, you know, saying should I make this a decision? He may make that the decision then. He may should I do this, you know, say he have anger problem, you know, saying this, you know, saying that. Rare, you know, say she this, you know, say she that, you know. So the time we have to spend and come together and do the thing on a collective level. Yeah, if you look out the corner, yeah. I wonder, say, yo, I wonder what is somebody who kind of lie, this is somebody I go tell upon you. I wonder what kind of. So it hard now, the energy can I say focus and concentration, you know. I want bring things to life, you know. So the people have not give no chance to focus and concentrate you. So you have to take your focus off of where you do. Fear try focus on people issues. Yeah, so you get the point of me I try to make.
Yeah, reality sound. Reality
yeah.
sound, man. Yeah, say man. Reality.
You see reality. Me, so it's hard, brother. I go through it, man. I lock up in my place so long now, man. I'm traumatized. I go through it with the people, them. I go through it with them. They don't want no change. Everybody want to become the prime minister. Everybody want to become the MP. All when they don't have a sense, they don't have no articulation, them can't stand up and present a point to you.
Yeah, them have to read off for things same way. Them can't come with the intelligence where normal. Cause when me really feel like, you know, if a matter of when you talk about economics or you talk about any other matter where we're supposed to valuable to the people, majority are ones in the forefront, you know, is a public relations type of thing for them, you know. It not have nothing to do with morality, nor alignment, nor development, nor improvement at all, you know. It's all about public relations. So I wonder now the importance of Edward Bernays and them man come like it had the sole importance of most people in the spotlight. Propaganda alone.
Manufacturing consent fire.
And that has been it. So the government has been leading through control of point of views and perspective. So what they have done is that the media is really, it's the same thing that is in America. Like the media defend who they want to defend and try to ill-inform, expose who they feel like expose. So it's like a payment structure. So if I were supposed to pay the media now to defend my character, then I would come out crisp and clean to you, and then I'd have a brighter future. But if I can't pay the media and somebody's paying the media to tear me down, then the least a thing will happen. Then I'm going to come out to look crush up and look negative. I made so many brilliant speeches in the Senate. I mean, I praise myself. See?
I praise that is for my recommendation, man. You can do it yourself, man.
The points and how I put points together, yo, and the time when I spending on trying to simplify things, bring them out in a story and illustrate some parables and some way of it do it. Even them saying, at first they see certain things, because they don't expect you themselves, you know. First they see some, see if I get a message. You know what man them say? The thing them my man them highlight. Oh, he saying love breast. Oh, he said them not for cuss no bad word. Then he said them for. And he say again. Me say them for stop. Police for stop trouble people in a dance hall for bad word. Oh, being like.
Disregard everything else and focus on foolishness. To this way, yeah.
And it was at that point I knew that I was up against a great difficulty. So, all right, fine. After that experience now, right? You've been in the belly of the beast. I'm not sure if you had full time to reflect and re-strategize, but what's your views now moving forward in regards to what's the strategy for change? Is change even possible? Or does it have to be just a dismantling of a society and rebuilding? It is possible. It is possible with this generation of leaders gradually, because they're still towing the line. With the next generation of leaders, if you have people like us emerging in more numbers, then yes. But what I've realized is that, what do we call change, by the way? Change are like everybody get a better standard of living, like Singapore, like that we call change, like, or is a consciousness? Comfortable dog. See if I get
Suffer at any cost, and that's the source of the policies.
I'm in England. Possible. It is possible with this generation of leaders gradually, because they're still towing the line. With the next generation of leaders, If you have people like us emerging in more numbers, then yes. But what I've realized is that, what do we call change, by the way? Change are like everybody get a better standard of living, like Singapore, like that we call change, like, or is a consciousness change? What kind of change? Like we get more enlightened about who we are and then stop
I think
fight
it's
over simple things. Like which one I change?
I think it would have to
Or
be
all of them is a
both. Yeah,
composite?
the change would have to be consist of holistically in the sense of a reforming of the consciousness, and at the same time, the reforming of the consciousness will bring about a better social situation. So it's not just a social situation. I think the consciousness has to
Is
change.
that for Jamaica, or is that for as the Mecca for black people, or is that just the world?
The world fire. Well, we dealing with black people, but we need a change because it's the same mindset that's keeping the system the way that it is. You get what I'm saying? It's that same
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
individualism, that same selfishness, that same disregard for your brother and sister. Because you can live good and your brother can live good too. But people on the
Yeah, but
vibe where they just want to live some TV life and they want everyone else to suffer at any cost. And that's the source of the policies.
I'm in England, and the yard that I was living in had no fences. It had no burglar bars. That doesn't mean that robberies don't take place in England. Robberies take place, but it's of value. So people are less likely to be petty thieves. People are more likely to be looking to steal something of value. I'm in Jamaica. You have to have this big tall fence. If you can afford it, you have to have burglar bars. So the mindset is different. It's like, what do people really need? People need security, people need food, people need clothing, people need shelter. These are the things that people need. But how exactly do you provide this security? Because the people in England feel more secure than the people in Jamaica who feel less secure. You following? So the country-specific idiosyncrasies now, the country-specific characteristics now, plays a role in how we broad brush change. So in America, average income is about 50,000 US dollars a year, 60,000 US dollars a year. And there are many people of our look. I don't know what to call it. Americans, I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
African people,
Black
man.
people, I don't know what to call it. I know America, you have it politically correct. Yeah, many of our people, see, live America and them have billions, them have millions, but they still not comfortable there. See if you get me, I say, my king, they're not comfortable. It's like, how do you make a one comfortable in their mind? It's like you have to separate therefore you from your body. You see me? Because when you're talking in your head, you that are talking. When you talk with your mouth, it's like your body that attacks. So it's like you are use your body to do a function. You understand what I mean? Many of them people, they don't realize they are two different something, you know, them and them body, you know. So it's like when they fuse themselves in a one now, or them portray themselves to the world, is like everything what they do now if you try to satisfy them physical appearance to people. Because that people are sick. So it's like the world now, because you live in a world and then you're alone, it's like everything what people do is like our other people perception of them. You see me? So me go buy a dear car, I buy a Beamer because me want it to drive because people say it's a more comfortable car than a Toyota. So it's a perception. You get what I say? So the whole world itself boil up to a perception. My perception of who I am, my perception of what people want out of me, my perception of the world itself and what is of value. So change now. All of the change, what we need have to come from enlightenment within. But people are look for enlightenment through religion. And them now look for enlightenment through understanding of self. You get what I say? So them still project out. So it's like the world live on a projection. It's like no people afraid of who them really be. You see me? People are afraid to get in contact with themselves, we can say, yo.
Reality meds, you know?
I love how they touch it. I even want to cut it, but I love how you touch the whole topic of perception and love of self too, because really I tell ones and ones from a longer time, say, the whole perception thing, imagery, and the love of oneself is where really bringing the concept of poverty, and it's like a fuel to the whole poverty fire now, and create the concept that make people stay within the constraint. So how do I cite that in regards to the whole perception thing and poverty, because poverty is just a construct of the mind, you know, and I feel like it heavily tied to that.
So you see, go hard. You see, Anna, financial literacy is important. Less than 10% of Jamaicans have proper financial literacy. It's going to be very important, and them understanding money. Teaching people about themselves, I don't know, the role of church, them done gone with that. From a holistic point of view. Remember, I said, I don't talk Rasta, 1 and 2 we are.
Yeah.
So, you understand, some people have sense and enlightenment. Even within Rasta, even within some man we say they enlightened, they still have vanity.
Fire, we burned one fire on that recently. So
yeah, our reasoning just go on.
Yeah, reason we just burned one fire on that. So
no, just reason about. So you understand what I say?
Yeah.
It's like it's hard for a man separate himself. Alright, me I show Elder yesterday. See, me I say Elder. You know what I call it Elder? Because I just give you blank respect. It's up to you what you do with that respect them. You get what I say? You have to know what you do with that respect them. So as an elder, your role have to guide the youth them. Your role enough to walk around and criticize youth without making no contribution to what you think youth have to offer. Let me tell you something, elder. One of my class them have 540 people. One of my class them have 540 people. My next class have 160 people. In total, that are 700 people. And that are every year for the last 15 years. So imagine how much people me teach. All of them call me Godfather. You know why?
True.
Because everything what me do, I have to help put them in a better position than that I was in. So I am not only their lecturer or their teacher. Me motivate them, me like them guidance, because I know that if I am not here anymore, there must be somebody who understands the importance of certain things what them can pass on. And the more people me pass on that to, when them go to the world, the more them can pass on the teachings that I have given them to other people. You go find some selfish, but you go still find some who go pass on what them learn to other people. Yeah, man, joke thing.
Oh, Fire, I want to jump back to this black box thing, right? I just want to clear up the concept. So it seems that on funds that have not been collected just automatically go to the highest artists in that particular group or country.
Yeah, after a certain time though, them have time period with them deal with it. The PROs them that are the performing rights organization. A certain amount of time, yeah. For the most
part. So what's the time frame?
I don't remember at the moment. I think is like somewhere between close to 5 years, something close to that.
So as long as you're a top earning artist in your country, you will receive royalties from other artists who haven't collected it.
Yeah, exactly. So example, say Drake are the number one earning artist. Him have income for gain just because him a part of the PRO, a part of the organization, even income where him never earning. Just an example.
So that would make sense then to just keep the ignorance level high.
Yeah, man, straight through. It contribute to the whole thing fire, and it leave the people them at the bottom now who really create the most. Because if you check it, Jamaica per capita, Jamaica create the most music. And Jamaica create the most music per capita. So something like all that now. You just realize the debate is always rampant in places like Jamaica about the same type of thing.
So based on your experience, because Dean done dead, you know, left me in a wilderness. How you think we can approach this thing and get forward the thing? That's through public literacy.
And public literacy are one thing, you know, but then yeah, the mindset, I guess them tied in together still, you know, because the mindset of the people them is where we know we get so consumed by so much different things that we now really see the real importance of where them things are really come to know. Like our people more concerned about, all right, who can be the artist and who can be the latest now. In a spotlight, me can be the man, you can be the woman, and nobody now really pay attention to the fact that the economic part of the thing is a very important and crucial thing, not just individually, you know, but collectively, because it's the whole meism we even reason about the other day too. The meism, it really has stopped a whole heap of that same way because one person appreciate, you know, so I go up on the road, I'm going to do 5 shows or 10 shows, I'm going to make $1 million for the year. Me good, you know. So I don't know what them talk about, you know. Them not really think about it on a collective basis. So the same type of the regurgitation just come over and over again. And I as a people now benefit from it. When I would know say a creative art, the creative art we benefit from the most, you know. Nothing else can bring forward more joy than that. And the creative art even span make all of the industry them even not develop. Tourism couldn't develop if it was not the creative industry.
But, all right. So check this now. You said earlier in regards to entertainment, right? Entertainment is the number one, or I guess the biggest industry in Jamaica. So why doesn't the Jamaican government nurture and give strength to the entertainment industry if that's the number one thing that brings people in and gives you exposure? It almost seems like it's neglected.
What's the purpose of the government? What's the purpose of government? Based on how I see it from my limited understanding, the purpose of government is to really maintain the status quo. When I was a senator, no disrespect to the Queen, I love the Queen. Queen give me scholarship to go to school. Invite me a birthday party when she was 60. Jubilee Diamond. You understand me? Nice invitation and me think them when me there in England for go brav. So you don't know, me get certain privileges where different. So my thing different as an example. But when we in a Senate, when we are praising, we have to pray. First thing you do, I pray when I go in Friday morning. I pray.
Never do you have to go pray when you go to the Senate, yeah?
Yeah, so different people get the prayer every week for read differently. And when I'm my week, I'm not to listen to it 100% in the part. I just did it because I focus on my presentation. So then I pray. I not read off on paper for my presentation. So I always have to run through my thing in my head. See if you understand that I concentrate on. I not concentrate on the fluff. When I see what I have to read, I say, yo, I not read this, you know. You see me? I remind myself, no, apartheid and sorry, I'm done in here already. I don't have to go read it, because when we read the thing, you see me? We must humble beseech thee the other year before you in your name, Ray. And make sure so we uphold all your things, them woman. No boy violate a judgment. Any one of them boy violate a judgment, woman.
Hey, I tell you, I just see the colonialism, the
psyche
mindset.
right there, fire, because that really showed the psyche, and that's disturbing. I didn't know that aspect of it. That you had to kind of give that reference there on a weekly basis to certain things.
Nah, for uphold, the member said a queen lose a bit them, you know, because you can't talk it certain way through certain thing, you know, so me can't talk, you know, as a fireman, you know. So, them, got you.
Yeah, so I try to show you so now the purpose of government on a grand scale. Because it get watered down, you know. So I know the queen 100% again, you know. And some other man where them look at as the queen, which don't include a dirty foot artist where go make a money and can try enough up himself against them. You understand what I say? So them now look on you, even me they look on a way a certain way when I articulate myself a certain way, you know, you. They look on me a way, you know, and bar me from gather resources. Me have to different from them and make sure that my resources come from a different place where them can't tamper with it. Because them understand say if the lower class of people get a broader income, Worst entertainer. Alright. First thing I make you know say them can't track entertainer money, tax and so them if pay, they don't know they make it so they not get it back. So if you invest so much money in making people become rich through entertainment, the country now go benefit. Or them more benefit if these entertainers now don't really can size up against them. You understand what I mean? And so you have to know how selfish people think you. And like me and you who we want less people depend on we. So more people have a better feel, we want more peace. Because more while we don't want to take up the phone every minute, we have to attend to somebody differently. We just want to easy sometime. So a man don't have film income stream, so more while he not have to pay. You get what I say? But no. That's not how the rest of the world and leadership looks at it. Leadership looks at it in such a way that they're saying, okay, these guys are making lots of money from the music, they're buying lots of guns, and they're going to turn the place into havoc. So we have to put a gauge on that. It's not as if these people are making the money and they're becoming big businessmen and they're spreading the money amongst the less fortunate in an uplifting way. It's always about maintaining the violent status quo, or really to maintain the disequilibrium or the lack of harmony that we need to move forward. It has always been this way for us. So the leaders, therefore, Damon Crawford, I think, tried with the entertainment zones, have been pushing, but realistically, Jamaica has not figured out, on a global point of view, how to fully ensure that the bulk of our talent monetize what they have to offer. And I think that is where the problem lies. If we can do this, because the government, that black box of which you speak, the government, if they were interested, and I'm sure, because Jamaica's GDP is about 15 billion US. Our budget is about 800 billion. Boiled down. Our budget is about 9 billion US. So I don't know money. You understand? Our budget is not really no money. If you say, yo, Jamaica have this big budget. My lord, the illegal ganja industry in Jamaica is valued at 11.1 billion US when I did my calculation, which is 75% of Jamaica GDP. So if Jamaica, for example, were supposed to make weed legal, Jamaica GDP would almost double in 1 year. If it can be calculated. So may I try to show you so with GDP are chumps, I don't know money.
Sorry, one more thing with the music. The whole block they put on the dance hall culture and the vendors. This is the part I don't understand, right? The thing is already structured in a way that people don't have jobs. People are trying their best to make a living, and you're knocking that down too. So I don't understand, what do they expect people to do? Because you have your vendors, you have your higglers, then you know how the whole dancehall culture go. There's so many different aspects and so many different economies within that economy.
Those are what we call the linkages. Those are forward, backward, and lateral linkages.
So why are these people knowingly destroying one's ability to make a living when the system already denies them to make a living?
You want to blame it on ignorance? Let's relegate it to a lack of understanding of how to get it done. So if you as a person lack understanding of how to get it done, then it means therefore that you have to find the people, the resources. For example, you want to go somewhere you can't drive a car, you must get a driver for the car. You following? So it's this search and match process that there's no emphasis, no focus on this search and match process. And this has basically put us in the position that we are. This has put us in the position that we are. It's a sad state, reality. But it's the reality. And I specifically entered politics because I realized this deficiency of which we speak. And because of this deficiency, I'm also at a disadvantage because they identified that I entered politics to address that deficiency. So it was like me against two parties.
Fire sound like they did with you real wicked when you was on this political run. When you was on this
It's not a
political
simple
run here,
thing, bro.
Fire.
You don't have no allies who think like you. You understand? So that is why I realized when I was campaigning, your lady said, "Oh, the first MP, me see, with so much Rasta walk up and down with. Not even manly. No Rasta." You understand what I mean? When I realize I'm a look for my solid core, I realize that most of my real friends, I say they're not involved, they're not like politics, they just do it through me. I realize that the people who know me join up within a politics, not do it through me or for the collective. They might do it for the benefit of themselves. So the people them who want it to be done are on the outside, while the people who don't want it to be done are on the inside. So wicked. It's very difficult.
Did the time in politics affect your relationship with people at the university?
Not necessarily. It was like some were saying, why that political party? While others were saying, go ahead and try get it done. So it's never a situation where I was seen as a politician. It's like they understand why I chose to make the choice. Not necessarily the specific political party, but the specific choice to enter politics. So the relationship was maintained, and they know that I am Jamaica first and Jamaica second and Montego Bay third, and no, there's never a point in time when I'm thinking about the benefit of a political party to my actions. Always the benefit to Jamaica.
You know something else I want to say today, because even before the reason that I been want to say today too, is where me not feel like a party. I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna put it now.
Talk your mind, man.
No. I want to overput it in the rice,
Man.
in the rice farm, you know. Cause me no want miss nothing, you know.
A
You
political party is not the real avenue to reach for influence
No,
the right change.
no, and even that more go beyond that too. Even with a youth like I, because I me as focus pan because I'm really see that it works, you know. And I feel like I just talk today, you know. It's a thing where me not feel like the levels where they depend, they can even fit within a party were founded by noble subjects of the Queen. Then if I'm think of the best way that noble subjects of the Queen them were found these type of party is not the same mission where you depend to enlighten the people. Them. It's more over them, as we say, uphold the status quo, them maintain the status quo. But your works now is really for go grassroots. It's a type of grassroots work where go deeper than any one of them can go. So it just come like it's a clashing type of thing. It not really gel the way, you know?
And that's why I didn't ask. You answered the question because I was confused why with the stuff I saw you speak about. I didn't see how you had the idea that this was like you were shocked. It seemed like you were shocked to the response you got from them. You get what I'm saying? And like that's what you ended up saying it yourself. But I was gonna ask you because like why would you be shocked that they were responding to you this way? Because what you're doing has nothing to do with what they're doing.
Yeah,
it's exactly. Like totally different. So
it's like it's like a non-politician looking out believe that politics can solve the problems. Because politics is where the decision making takes place.
Yeah.
So remember that we didn't decide to come here. We were brought here. So you're in a position that goes against who you are anyway. So how do you use this position to the best benefit of everyone? If following, then it go require disguise. Then it's so hard for these guys, I said, because these guys themselves would folly. It don't make no sense. So you still have to be your real self. Because when you realize the these people are pretenders, and then you know if you go try research how to pretend. Come literally, Park, I must say me as a youth, I study me go to university when I 17, I study all the time. So enough social thing where like people pretend and like them not tell you the truth, and they have enough like a science in it, man, where you have to kind of, I say, no dog, this is not really me.
Well, let me hear you say mountain, mountain.